Welcome to today's exploration of plant defense systems. Imagine being rooted in one spot, unable to escape from predators or pathogens. That's the reality of plants, but they've evolved an impressive arsenal of defenses to survive and thrive in the face of constant threats. From physical barriers to chemical warfare, plants have developed fascinating ways to fend off herbivores and microorganisms. Let's dive into the remarkable strategies plants use to protect themselves and their ecosystems. Plants are sessile organisms, meaning they remain rooted in one place and cannot move to escape threats. To defend themselves, plants have evolved strategies against herbivores that may try to eat them, and pathogens, like bacteria, fungi, and viruses. These defenses include physical barriers and chemical compounds. Generally, warm environments favor bacterial diseases in birds and mammals, while cooler areas are more suited to fungal diseases, which predominantly affect plants. Interestingly, human fungal infections, such as ringworm, athlete's foot, and thrush, are typically limited to the skin or mucous membranes environments, similar to where fungi thrive in plants. In addition to fighting pathogens, plants also employ various tactics to deter herbivores. Let's explore the physical means by which plants defend themselves. 1. Thorns, spines, and prickles. Though all these structures serve to deter herbivores by causing pain and discouraging further attempts to eat the plant, their origins differ. Thorns are modified branches, typically forming from the axil of a leaf, as seen in hawthorn. Spines are modified leaves, such as those on gooseberry plants. In extreme cases, like cacti, all the leaves are transformed into spines, while photosynthesis is carried out by the stem. Some plants, like holly, retain their spines only on the edges of leaves. Interestingly, in holly, spines are more prevalent on leaves near the ground where herbivores can reach, while leaves higher up are almost spineless. Prickles are outgrowths of the outer tissue of the stem, as observed in roses and blackberries. Some plants, like stinging nettles, use specialized hairs as a defense mechanism. These hairs, called trichomes, are modified to inject irritants into the skin of animals. Each hair has a rounded base with secretory cells that produce an irritating fluid containing substances like histamine and acetylcholine. The hair's tip is fragile and breaks upon contact, allowing the fluid to enter the animal's skin and causing discomfort. Many plants protect themselves by keeping their growing points close to the ground, where herbivores are less likely to reach. This allows them to continue growing even after grazing. Grass species often have underground stems, such as runners, enabling asexual reproduction and ensuring the plant's survival even without flowering. Similarly, lawn weeds often grow in a rosette shape, with leaves spread flat at the base, making them difficult to graze completely. Some, like twitchgrass and dandelions, can regenerate from even the smallest fragment of stem left in the soil. Plants with divaricating growth patterns branch at wide angles, creating a dense, interwoven mass of branches. In New Zealand, the outer branches of divaricating shrubs typically have smaller and fewer leaves, protecting the inner foliage from herbivores. This adaptation is thought to have evolved in response to browsing by the now extinct moa. Encasing seeds in hard coats or prickly structures effectively deters herbivores. For instance, the swan plant, often a host for monarch butterfly larvae, protects its seeds within a prickly capsule shaped like a swan. Even when the leaves are consumed, the seeds remain untouched. Seed masting is the synchronized release of seeds by all the trees of a species in a particular area, usually at intervals of 2 or more years. This strategy prevents seed-eating animals from maintaining a large population year-round. During a mast year, the sudden abundance of seeds overwhelms the animals, ensuring many seeds survive and grow into new plants. Some plants use camouflage to evade detection by herbivores. In South Africa, for example, stone plants mimic the color and shape of the stones among which they grow, rendering them nearly invisible until they bloom. A plant's first line of defense against pathogens is its leaf epidermis, covered by a waxy cuticle. Viruses, bacteria, and fungi can only invade through breaks in this barrier, or via stomata. Unfortunately, external factors like wind or grazing can damage the epidermis, creating entry points for pathogens. Sap-sucking insects, such as aphids, passionfruit, vinehoppers, and green shield bugs, pose an additional threat by piercing the epidermis and transferring viruses, fungal spores, and bacteria from one plant to another. Some plants produce sticky chemicals that trap herbivores. The New Zealand parapara plant, for example, has sticky seeds that can ensnare small birds, preventing them from flying. We will dive deeper into the chemical defenses of plants in our next video. Thanks for watching.